शिव पूजन में मस्त बने जा, भक्ति सुधा रस पान किए जा, भक्ति सुधा रस पान किए जा। तेरा अवसर खाली न जाए, मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय। तेरा अवसर खाली न जाए, मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय। मुसाफिरी जब पूरी होगी, मुसाफिरी जब पूरी होगी, चलने की मजबूरी होगी, चलने की मजबूरी होगी। तेरा पिंजड़ा प्राण रह जाए, मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय। तेरा पिंजड़ा प्राण रह जाए, मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, 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 ओम नमः शिवाय। शिव पूजन में मस्त बने जा, शिव पूजन में मस्त बने जा, शिव पूजन में मस्त बने जा, भक्ति सुधा रस पान किए जा। दर्शन विश्वनाथ के पाए, मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय। दर्शन विश्वनाथ के पाए, मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय। तेरा पल पल बीता जाए, मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय। तेरा पल पल बीता जाए, मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः
आवो भोग लगाओ प्यारे मोहन, आवो भोग लगाओ प्यारी मोहन। दिलनी की बैर सुदाम की टंडुल, रुचि रुचि भोग लगाओ प्यारी मोहन। भोग लगाओ प्यारी मोहन, जो कोई तुम्हारा भोग लगावे, सुख समृद्धि घर खाओ प्यारी मोहन। आओ भोग लगाओ प्यारी मोहन। रमेश, go by Sri Krishna, just like the light, the white.
तू प्यार का सागर है, तू प्यार का सागर है। तेरी एक बूंद के प्यासे हम, तेरी एक बूंद के प्यासे हम। लौटा जो दिया तूने, लौटा जो दिया तूने, चले जाएंगे जहाँ से हम, चले जाएंगे जहाँ से हम। तू प्यार का सागर है। घायल मन का पागल पंछी उड़ने को बेकरार, उड़ने को बेकरार। पंख है कोमल, आँख है धुंधली, जान है सागर पार, जान है सागर पार। अब तू ही से समझा, अब तू ही से समझा। राह भूले कहाँ से हम, राह भूले कहाँ से हम। तू प्यार का सागर है, तू प्यार का सागर है। इधर झूम के गाए जिंदगी, इधर है मौत करी, उधर है मौत करी। कोई क्या जाने कहाँ है सीमा, उलझन है आन परी, उलझन है आन परी। कानों में जरा कह दे, कानों में जरा कह दे कि आए कौन दिशा से हम, क्या है कौन दिशा से हम। तू प्यार का सागर है, तू प्यार का सागर है। तू प्यार का सागर है, तेरी एक बूंद के प्यासे हम, तेरी एक बूंद के प्यासे हम। लौटा जो दिया तूने, लौटा जो दिया तूने। चले जाएंगे जहाँ से हम, चले जाएंगे जहाँ से हम। तू प्यार का सागर है, तू प्यार का सागर है।
भोली भाली राधा चतुर गोपाल, दोनों भक्तन की प्रतिभा। भोली भाली राधा चतुर गोपाल, दोनों भक्तन की प्रतिभा, दोनों भक्तन की प्रतिभा।
बोलिए जयकारा शेरावाली दा बोल सांचे दरबार की। पार करो मेरा बेड़ा भवानी, पार करो मेरा बेड़ा माँ, पार करो मेरा बेड़ा भवानी, पार करो मेरा बेड़ा, पार करो मेरा बेड़ा भवानी, पार करो मेरा बेड़ा, छाया घोर अंधेरा भवानी, पार करो मेरा बेड़ा माँ, छाया घोर अंधेरा भवानी, पार करो मेरा बेड़ा, गहरी नदिया नाव पुरानी, गहरी नदिया नाव पुरानी, दया करो माद भवानी, दया करो माद भवानी, सबको आसरा तेरा हमारी, पार करो मेरा बेड़ा, पार करो तेरा बेड़ा भवानी, पार करो मेरा बेड़ा, भक्तों को माँ ऐसा वर दो, भक्तों को माँ ऐसा वर दो, प्यार की एक नजर माँ कर दो, प्यार की एक नजर माँ कर दो, द्वार खड़ा मैं तेरे भवानी, पार करो मेरा बेड़ा माँ, पार करो मेरा बेड़ा भवानी, पार करो मेरा बेड़ा, सारे बोलो जय माता दी, शेरा वाली जय माता दी, आज गवारी जय माता दी, जग कल्याणी जय माता दी, जोर से बोलो जय माता दी, 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 जयकारा शेरावाली दा बोल सांचे दरबार की जय।
बोलो व्यास जी महाराज की जय। नमस्तुरंताराय सहस्रमूर्तये सहस्रपादाशिशरोरबाहवे सहस्रनान्य पुरुषाय शाश्वते सहस्रकोटि युगधारणे नमः। महाविष्णु स्वरूप व्यासाय नमः। बोलो व्यास जी महाराज की। Please take your seat, and those who would like to do Vyas Puja, you will come up and do it. Om Gandhadvaram Dhara.
ओम धिमिक धिमिक धिम धिमिक धिमिक धिम नाचे भोड़ा नाच। ओम धिमिक धिमिक धिम धिमिक धिमिक धिम नाचे भोड़ा नाच। ओम धिमिक धिमिक धिम धिमिक धिमिक
Puj Vyasji Maharaj, Gurudev, brothers and sisters all. This is the second night of this wonderful retreat that we have, listening to Bhagavad Katha. It is said in the Mahatma of the Bhagavad, Dhanya Bhagavat ki Katha Preta Pira Nivarana. This Bhagavad Katha is such a powerful recitation that even those who are gone, on whatever yoni, whatever form they may be in, and the story of Dhundukari will tell us that his brother did so much of tapasya, but it was only the recitation of this holy book that caused him to be liberated. Tonight our Katha is sponsored by Bhaji Jagdish Handa, and it is in memory of his daughter who passed away pretty young. So we ask that this, whatever yoni she may be in now, that this recitation of these beautiful shlokas and mantras will help her, and also to help him. To lose a child, it is a very, very difficult thing. So we pray that all the puja that we have done this evening and earlier during the day, it may help him and all of us who are here. I'll hand you over now to Babaji for tonight's Katha, and I do hope, as and we have enjoyed last night, this morning, we'll continue to enjoy it. Prem se bolo Krishna Bhagavan ki Jai.
Thank you, Father Boj. Before I speak or say anything, I would like to ask Laj Prasher to say a few words about an upcoming festival at Vishnu Temple. Laj?
Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
So it was decided this afternoon, actually it was decided before, but this afternoon it got more solidified that on October 9th we are going to do Diwali Shobha Yatra and Diwali Mela combined together. So the Shobha Yatra was decided this afternoon. We'll start from Hillcrest Mall and we will take 1 hour Bhajan Kirtan. In front of the Rath, we will bring Rath, 35 feet high Rath, and we'll come here with the Rath, and then lunch around 1 o'clock, and then rest of the program. We will announce as we go along. So we are going to get together Monday, 5:30 is the meeting, and we will know more detail. So we want everybody to tell your friends and relatives so that they can get ready, and we will have about 15 other Hindu organizations coming. And we will have stalls here, Madrasi Sari stall and yoga clothing stall and all those. So we will have a lot of things coming on October 9th. So I want everybody to be excited about it and tell 10 people, 10, there are 200 people here, 2,000 people will know by Friday. So we got to get this done. This would be the first time when we'll do the Diwali Shobha Yatra, and we will bring Ram Darbar from there, and it's right after the Sera. So when Ravana finishes, Ramji finishes Ravana on, I think it's going to be celebrated in Hindu Sabha on 4th. So after he is blown up, and on 9th we will bring Ramji here. So that would be perfect. Thank you very much.
Prem se bolo Kadayala ki page 5 of your books. Om Natasya Pratima Astam Yasya Namam Maharyasham Hiralya Galba Itesha Mama Hilseditesh Asman Jata Itesha Om
Bhurbhuva Swaha
Mama Hilse Jaditai Pratibim Yavo Devo Satya Dharmam Vyanat Yaschapis Chandra Pratabo Jajan Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhe Om Bhur Asman Jata Paru Anyo Aste Yavivesh Bhuvanani Vishwam Prajapatir Prajaya Sagvam Ratrim Jyotim Sachate Sashodashe Om Esho Hadeva Pradeshodu Sadvai Purvo Jata Sau Garbe Alda Saeva Jat Saja Nishchaimanam Pratyam Janastishtati Sarvato Mukha Om Hiranya Garbha Samavartatagre Bhutasya Jata Patirekayase Saradhar Pitabim Yamute Mam Kasmai Devaye Abhishavidhe
Om Bhurvuvah Swaha Swaha
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. On your books, I think it's the following page, is it? Balshi Vibhushita Karan Navanira Rabhat Pitavaran Arunabimba Palam Daroshtan Purnendu Sundara Mukhan Arabinda Netrat Krishnat Param Kimapitattvamaham Najane Krishna Tvariyara Parapang Kajapanjarante Advaivame Vishatumhanasarajahansa Prana Prayana Samaye Kafavata Pittai Kantavaro Dharavidho Smaranam Kutaste Hare Krishna Hare Ram Radhe Govind Bolo
Hare Krishna Hare Ram Radhe Govinda
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Hare Krishna Hare Ram Radhe Govinda
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 Bolo Hare Krishna Hare Ram Radhe Govinda
Hare Krishna Hare Ram Radhe Govinda
Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam kuru me deva.
सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
Satchidananda Rupaya.
सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय.
With this shloka, let us really pray to Bhagwan to remove our difficulties. Difficulties caused by natural disasters. We are fortunate here in this country that we are not affected by as much natural disasters as other places, which earthquakes, forest fires. Just recently in Alberta, you heard how people's homes were destroyed, etc. People were killed. Floods, flash floods, mudslides. These are all things we can't do anything about. All our technological advances, maybe we can predict when they will be here, but we can do nothing about it. So this prayer is so powerful. You pray and ask Bhagwan, that disease entity that is in your body, Prabhu, you know best. Please help me as much as possible. And I have one of our devotees here who I know is stricken very much with this problem. Today I personally pray and hope that Bhagwan will help her in some way. And the disease inflicted to you by another person, three types of disease. So when you do this prayer, please just don't do it from your lips. Do it from what I will try to tell about from your inside, from your Atma. Satchidananda Rupaya
सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय
Vishvotpatyadi Hetave
विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे
Tapatraya Vinashaya
तापत्रयविनाशाय
Sri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha.
श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः
Pararabindena padarabindam Mukharabinde biniveshayantam Vatasya patasya puteshayanam
मुकुन्दं मनसा स्मरामि श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Vikretu Kama Kila Gopakalya Surari Pada Pita Chitta Vritti Datyadi Kambo Avashada Voshat Govinda
Damo Dharmadaveti श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
Grohe जिह्वे पिबस्व मृतभेतदेवा गोविन्द विधाता सिद्ध सदन बादल बदल सुमेरा वबार भजन कदन के लाल को गणपति कृपा निधान ज्ञान कानयानल भवन देव मोहि वरदान बलनवती जय शिवयानंद कर भूतनाथ भव भयहरण शक्ति विषय निरद्वय गौरकरण हे ब्रज चंद्र मुको ब्रजभूषण दुशरण काथु भव भय फल चरण शरण ले आन कर जय 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 जगदीश सेवत शेष महेश यजा महिमा अमित अपार वेद वेद जानत नहीं देहु मोहि वरदान राधा बरय सदा लिए लकुतिया गायन के पीछे फिरता बाल बाल लिए सा मोर मुकुट कर मुरली उरमा शीश मुकुट कट पीत पता या छबिसो नंदला बसहु हृदय मम निषद बसा बोलो गुरु पद रज ऋषि कहु भागवत की कथा जो शुक देव मुनि कहि परीक्षित Vasudevaya Namah Sri Krishna Govinda
Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva
Krishna Krishna Mahabaho Bhakta Nama Bhayankara Vameko Dadamana Nam Bhavagospe Sansrute
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva
Vamadya Purusha Saksha Ishwar Prakrite Para Maya Pyadusap Chitvasyo Kaivalye Sthita Atmane
Gopala Gopala Gokula Nandan Gopala Nandlala Nandlala Yashomati Nandan Nandlala
ये भागवत की श्लोक these are the Bhagavad shloka. Let's sing. Bhagavad shlokas are not made to make you morose and and you get bored. It's made to make you sing. Gana. And there's so many things to talk about anyhow. So please, Sri Krishna Govinda.
Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva
Sa eva jiva lokasya maya mohita chetasa vidyatse svena biryone shreyo dharmadi lakshana
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva
Arjun ne kaha, Arjun is talking to Bhagwan Krishna. Arjun ne kaha, kya kaha? Hey Sri Krishna, tum Satchidanand Swarup Paramatma ho. Who are you? You are Sat, Chit and Ananda. But we want you to go beyond Ananda. We want to go into that, as I said this morning, we want to go into that fourth stage, that stage of Turiya. I asked Prabhatji to do some types for us, and I hopefully he can share it around. He doesn't have a lot, but if you can share it with one another, he has about 50 only. I'll talk about it later, but not yet, not yet. Hey, Tum Satchidanand Swarup Paramatma ho. Remember? Arjun, who is a great warrior. Not only that, but he's a descendant of the race of the Kuru race, or the Pandava race. He's saying who Bhagwan Krishna is. And we have doubt whether he exists. Is that true? Or tumhari shakti anant hai. Your energy, your shakti, your power, anant. Anant means it has no beginning. It's eternal. Anant hai. और तुम्हें भक्तों को अभय देने वाले हो. हिंदी कैसी लगती है लाज? वेरी गुड. बहुत अच्छे. ओके, अंग्रेजी. So he says that you are भक्तों के लिए अभय देने वाले हो. You give your bhaktas fearlessness. Today was Shivji. And the Doha for the Shiv Chalisa. Jai Ganesha Girija Suman Mangala Mula Sujar Kahat Ayodhya Dasatum Dehu Abhay Varadan. So Bhur Bhavan, Shivji. And in Riddhi Siddhi Datar, I don't know if you catch what he says. Jaya Shivayananda Kal Bhutanatha Bhava Bhaya Harana. To that Lord Shiva who today is Somwar, Shravan Mas, and so many people are keeping fast during this time. Bhagwan bless them for those who are keeping fast during this time of Shravan Mas. In this month of Shravan, which is so dear to Lord Shiva. और तुम ही भक्तों के भाई देने वाले हो जो संसार की धड़कते हुए आग में जल रहे हैं उन जीवों को उसमें उबारने वाले एकमात्र तुम ही हो. Those who are burning with the fire of what? The fire of miseries. You don't have to go to hell to get misery. Hell is where? Right here so. Right here so is hell, and right here is also और तुम प्रकृति से परे रहने वाले आदि पुरुष साक्षात परमेश्वर है और अपनी चित शक्ति स्वरूप शक्ति से विरंग एवं त्रिगुणमय माया के दूर भगाकर अपने अद्वितीय स्वरूप के स्थित है. यू आर बियॉन्ड गुणस त्रिगुणात्म रूप और वही तुम अपने प्रभाव से माया मोहित जीवों के लिए धर्मादि रूप कल्याण का विधान करते हैं. You told us the way, the pathway, how we can get away from this Maya and Moha. And one of the pathway is by repeating the word Omkar. When you get up in the morning, you must do pranayam. Very important. Why you do pranayam? Pranayam increases your oxygen concentration in your blood. And not only that, when you breathe right in like that, the whole lungs expand right down to what they call in medical science periphery, right down to the end. All the, put it in simple term, all those little sacs, there are sacs in the lungs. They're called alveoli. All open up. You must do 32 pranayams in the morning. Oxygenate all the blood. And what that does for you? It fills you up with energy. It fills you up with energy with that Omkar. And the Omkar, you know where the Omkar is? What chakra is the Omkar is on? Anybody knows? Huh? No. Which chakra is associated with Omkar? Don't tell me start from the navel. Which chakra? I need the name of one chakra. Huh? Vishuddha chakra. Here. You know why? It's called space. There is space here. The Anahat chakra, where the heart, it's lungs. The Muladhara, which is the base chakra, then you come to Swadhisthana and Manipura. The chakras come up with the lower limbs. Then when this after Muladhara is Swadhisthana, and there's where the water mostly are, where the kidneys and bladders are. Then Manipur, where the belly is, where the solar plexus is, all the heat. And then Anahat, where the lungs are. It is so philosophical. Then it comes to the throat chakra, which is Vishuddha chakra. That's where the Om is. And that is why when you sing bhajan, when you sing kirtan, you get lost in it. You remember this morning I told you where the Paramahansa take you from the Omkar, from the dreaming, from the sleep, from the waking state, and it takes you to that flight to the Turiya. Let us share it out so people can see what I'm going to talk about. And in that state, when you get there, then you know you've gone beyond yourself. So here, in this Katha, Arjuna is addressing the Lord, Sri Krishna Govinda. Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva
Bolo Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Bole
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
वही तुम अपने प्रभाव से माया मोहित जीवों के लिए धर्मारी रूप कल्याण की विधान करते हो। तुम्हारा यह अवतार पृथ्वी का भार हरण और करने के लिए और तुम्हारे अनन्य प्रेमी भक्त जनों के निरंतर स्मरण ध्यान करने के लिए है। और so this Bhagwan Krishna has come upon this earth to relieve us of all these difficulties. So one day, you know why I'm reading all this here for you today? Because my esteemed brother, he said this philosophy thing don't work. That I must not tell you all about Omkar and Turiya and so forth. Is that I must tell you all about the Katha from the book. So I'm trying to satisfy everybody. That's my problem. I got to satisfy everybody. I got to satisfy he because he does all the work here. And if he's not happy, then when in the morning we have no system to read on. So you got to make him happy also. You got to make everybody happy. So, right? Did you not tell me that? Bhagavad Krishna has come upon this earth for us to rid us of all the trouble. This morning, I told you about Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. When I asked this morning, where's the origin of this beautiful chant? Many people say it came from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But I was hoping, did anybody look it up? You look it up? What did you find out? What? It comes from the Upanishad called Kali Santarana Upanishad. Kali Santarana. Kali means discord. The discord of Kali Yuga. How did this come up? Who gave this mantra? You know who gave the mantra? You said Kali Santarana. Kali means the discord, and Santarana means to what? To go across. Tarana. To take us across our difficulties. This mantra was given, this Maha mantra was given by whom? You said I must not talk all these things, right? No, just checking with you. So anybody else, this mantra was given by Brahmaji to Narad. Narad went to him and asked him, when in the age of Kali Yuga, when Kali Yuga comes, and you and I know when there's so much of Kali Yuga, Kali Yuga-like things happening around all of us. And the Kali Yuga things attract us. The vasanas, I told you yesterday, that when you look towards the senses, you develop vasanas, and when you look towards God, you develop bhavana. So, these Kali Yuga-like things attract us. Narad went to Brahmaji and said, what should people do? Kali Yuga keval namaya dhara. Kali Yuga keval
namadhara.
Sobere bhava uttara para. this age of Kali Yuga. Just this Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Brahma told this to Narad. Go and let people know and let them practice this mantra. So tonight, you know, it comes from the Upanishad called Kali Santarana Upanishad, and it is said by Brahmaji to Narad. So tomorrow when I ask you all, you'll remember? Eh? I wonder how many people will remember tomorrow. Okay. And so that mantra for us all to Mere Radha Raman Hari Bol, Mere Radha Raman Hari Bol. So let us sing to Mere Radha Raman Hari Bol, Mere Radha Raman Hari Bol for 2 minutes, and then I'll continue Katha again. Mere Radha Raman Hari Bol. बार भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने अजात शत्रु महाराज युधिष्ठिर को उनका महाराज्य जो धूर्तति ने छल से छीन लिया था वापस दिलाया तथा द्रौपदी के केशकों का स्पर्श करने के जिनकी आयु क्षीण हो गई थी उन दुष्ट राजाओं को वध कराया. And so the Katha continues that how the Pandavas were cheated of their kingdom, and eventually because they had the assistance of who? When Arjun and Duryodhan went at one time to ask of Bhagwan Krishna for help. Duryodhan, because he was filled with ego, where did he? Bhagwan Krishna was sleeping. Where did he sit? Sit at the head. Arjun decided to sit at the feet of Bhagwan. When Bhagwan opened his eyes, the first person he saw was Arjun. And then he asked Arjun, "What do you want?" Arjun said, "I want to help you." He says, "You can help me. I can help you, but I will not take part in any warfare." Right? Then he saw Arjun and Duryodhan. He asked Duryodhan, "What can I do for you?" He says, "Well, if you are not going to fight, what will I do with you? You are useless to me." Therefore, Bhagwan said, "I give you 11 legions of an army." He said, "I'll take those. I'll take them." But because Arjun had that faith in Bhagwan Krishna, and although Krishna Bhagwan said that he would not take up arms against the Kauravas, you all know what happened? He had to take up arms, or about to take up arms. When Bhishma was routing up all the Pandavas' army, Krishna could not take it anymore. And he jumped down from his chariot that he was driving Arjun in, and he picked up the wheel of a chariot and started to spin it, throw it on Bhishma. You know what Bhishma did? What Bhishma did? Meera, what Bhishma did? You don't know? You are from South India and you every day you come to the temple, you don't know? I don't believe you. प्रभात आप कुछ और है? आपका मन थोड़ा उधर से गया? What did Bhishma did? When Bhagwan Krishna came to kill him with the wheel, what did he do? I can't hear you. What he said? What did he say? I don't know what did he say. Huh? Ashwatthama. Oh. आप कुरुक्षेत्र के नजदीक आया था ना? आप रोहतक में रहते थे, is it? You were living in Rohtak, was you? You were near to Kurukshetra, weren't you? He was born in Rohtak, near to Kurukshetra, and he does not know the Katha. Can you believe these people? Oh, Bharat se, he does not work for us, of course you know that, but I would not pass him up. And because he lived near to Kurukshetra, yet he don't know this story. When Bhagwan Krishna wielded the chariot wheel to throw it on Bhishma Pitama, what Bhishma Pitama did? You know? Do you know? Well, Raju don't know, she doesn't watch my way. She watched the other way. What he did? Bhishma prayed unto Bhagwan Krishna.
He reminded him.
What I wanted in my mind has happened today. I made you take up a weapon. And Arjun ran after Krishna and said, put it down, you cannot do that. And he had to put it down. These are such beautiful stories to remind you that Krishna would not allow his devotees to suffer to that extent. He will break his pratigya. He will break his word to try to save his devotees. And yet we will not what? Yet we will not have that faith in him. प्रबल से हमारे पास कपी नहीं है क्या? प्रबल प्रबल प्रेम से
पाले बन कर प्रभु को नियम बदलते देखा, प्रभु को नियम बदलते देखा।
What page?
69.
Huh?
69.
69?
Yeah.
Page 69 on your book. प्रबल प्रबल प्रेम से पाले पल कर, प्रबल प्रेम से पाले पल कर,
प्रभु को नियम बदलते देखा, हरि को नियम बदलते देखा।
अपना मान तले तल जाए, अपना मान
चले चल जाए,
भक्त का मान न तल दे देखा, भक्त का मान न तल दे देखा, प्रबल प्रेम के पाले पड़ कर,
प्रबल प्रेम के पाले पड़कर,
प्रभु को नियम बदल दे देखा।
प्रभु को नियम बदलते देखा।
Well, those who understand Hindi, I don't have to explain to them. They know what they are reading here. The Lord, for the sake of His devotees, He will lose Himself. Is what Bhagwan Krishna did to protect His own devotees. He will make. No, bataye bhai. Why you asking for? So He will make Himself smaller so that His devotees can be happy. प्रबल प्रेम का पाले पल कर, प्रबल प्रेम के
पाले पल कर,
प्रभु को नियम बदलते देखा,
प्रभु को नियम बदलते देखा।
जिसकी केवल कृपा दृष्टि से, जिसकी
केवल कृपा दृष्टि से
सकल विश्व को पलटे देखा,
सकल विश्व को पलटे देखा।
उसको गोकुल में माखन पद कर,
उसको गोकुल के माखन पर
सौ सौ बार मचलते
देखा, सौ सौ बार मचलते देखा।
प्रभु का प्रेम का पाले पड़ कर,
प्रबल प्रेम के पाले पड़कर,
प्रभु का नियम बदलते देखा।
प्रभु को नियम बदलते देखा।
I would like you to go to the last verse. जिसके प्रकृति, ये अंग्रेजी अच्छा नहीं है। जिसके वक्र प्रकृति के भय से, जिसके वक्र प्रकृति की भय से सागर शब्द उगलते देखा, सागर शब्द
के देखा।
because of the energy from his brow, he can make the whole ocean boil from his energy. But उसको माँ यशोदा के भय से, उसको माँ यशोदा के भय से अश्रु बिंद गलते देखा,
अश्रु बिंदु पिघल के देखा।
From his brow he can make the ocean boil without his energy. But when he came to his mother Yashoda, she made him cry. Isn't that true? When Yashoda picked up the stick on him and Yashoda ran after him, etc., etc. Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam.
दामोदरं श्री वासुदेवं भजे, अच्युतं केशवं श्रीराम नारायणं। कृष्ण दामोदरं श्री वासुदेवं भजे,
Sridharam Madhavam Gopika Bal
अच्युतं केशवं श्रीरामनारायणं कृष्णदामोदरं श्रीवासुदेवं भजे अच्युतं केशवं श्रीरामनारायणं कृष्णदामोदरं श्रीवासुदेवं।
साथी युधिष्ठिर के द्वारा उत्तम सर्व प्रिय से तथा पुरोहितों से 3 अश्वमेध यज्ञ कराए। इस प्रकार युधिष्ठिर के पवित्र यश को 100 यज्ञ करने वाले इंद्र के यश की तरह सब और फैला दिया। इसके बाद भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने वहां से जाने का विचार किया। उन्होंने इसके लिए पांडवों से विदा ली और व्यास आदि ब्राह्मणों का सत्कार किया। उन लोगों ने भी भगवान का बड़ा ही सम्मान किया। तदंतर सात्यकी और उद्धव के साथ द्वारका जाने के लिए फिर रथ सवार हुए। उसी समय क्या हुआ? उन्होंने देखा कि उत्तरा भय से विह्वल होकर सामने से दौड़ी चली आ रही है। भगवान कृष्णा had settled up everything with the Pandavas and he decided that he must go to Dwarika. What page is Achyutam Keshavam on? Huh? 59. So he settled up everything with them. He went on his rath. He was about to go. And when he was about to go, he saw Uttara running towards him. Uttara was the wife of Abhimanyu. And she was pregnant. And Ashwatthama thought that if I destroy her, if I destroy the fetus in her womb, then all the Pandavas will be finished forever. Katha. Because Ashwatthama had already killed who? The 5 sons of Draupadi. So this was the last survival of the Pandava. And when Uttara felt the fire in her womb, did she go to her father-in-law, the wielder of the Gandiva bow, Arjuna, the great warrior? Did she go to him? No. Who she went to? Pahi pahi mahayogin deva deva jagatpate bolo.
पाहि पाहि महायोगिं देवदेव जगत्पते
Bolo pahi pahi mahayogin deva deva jagatpate.
पाहि पाहि महायोगिं देवदेव जगत्पते
Nanyam tvad bhayam pashe yat mrityu paraspara.
पाहि पाहि महायोगिं देवदेव जगत्पते पाहि पाहि महायोगिं देवदेव जगत्पते।
हे उत्तरा ने कहा कि हे देवारी देव, हे जगदीश्वर, आप महायोगी हैं, आप मेरी रक्षा कीजिए, रक्षा कीजिए, रक्षा कीजिए। When do we do that? When we ask भगवान को हमको रक्षा करो प्रभु. When we are in
Trouble.
when you're happy, you don't forget, you don't remember भगवान. क्या पूजा कल करेंगे, कल आएंगे तो वो परसों करेंगे. लाड साहब, ठीक है? दुख में सुमिरन सब करे, सुख में करे न को. जो सुख में सुमिरन करे तो
दुख काहे को राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम 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 राधे श्याम 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 राधे श्याम 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 राधे श्याम श्याम श्याम
दुख में सुमिरन सब करे, सुख में अतिरिक्त इस लोक में मुझे अभय देने वाले और कोई नहीं है, क्योंकि यहाँ सभी परस्पर एक दूसरे की मृत्यु के निमित्त बन रहे हैं। और ब्यूटीफुल। हे प्रभु, आप सर्वशक्तिमान है और यह धक्के हुए लोहा का बाण मेरे और दौड़ आ रहा है। हे स्वामी, यह मुझे भले ही जला डाले, परंतु मेरे गर्भ को नष्ट ना करे, ऐसी कृपा कीजिए। इसे this Brahmastra from Ashwat Brahmastra is like a huge weapon, like an atom bomb coming to my womb. It will destroy me. I don't mind I get destroyed, but what? Like all mothers, I don't mind being destroyed, but my child, my baby must not be destroyed. A baby must not be destroyed. This is what Uttara is telling Bhagwan Krishna. And Bhagwan Krishna is there to save all of us. We are all babies in his eyes. We are all babies. Achyutam Keshavam, page 59. Achyutam Keshavam Rama Narayanam.
Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Hare. Achyutam Keshavam Rama Narayanam. Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Hare.
Kauna Kanta Hai Bhagavan Aate Nahi.
कोई कहता है भगवान आते नहीं।
भक्त मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं।
वो भक्त मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं।
अच्युतम केशवम राम नारायणम
कृष्ण दामोदरम वासुदेवम हरे।
कौन कहता है भगवान खाते नहीं।
कौन कहता है भगवान खाते नहीं।
मेरे शबरी के जैसे खिलाते
वो
नहीं।
मेरे शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं।
अच्युतम केशवम राम नारायणम
कृष्ण दामोदरम वासुदेवम हरे।
कौन कहता है भगवान सोते नहीं।
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 माँ यशोदा की जैसे सुलाते नहीं।
माँ यशोदा की जैसे सुलाते
बोलो।
नहीं। अच्युतम केशवम राम नारायणम। कृष्ण दामोदरम वासुदेवम हरे।
कौन कहता है भगवान चाहते नहीं।
कौन
कौन
कहता है भगवान नाचते नहीं।
तुम गोपी के जैसे नचाते नहीं।
तुम गोपी के जैसे नचाते नहीं। अच्युतम केशवम राम नारायणम। कृष्ण दामोदरम वासुदेवम हरे।
अच्युतम केशवम राम नारायणम कृष्ण
दामोदरम वासुदेवम।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद
हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
हे नाथ नारायण
So,
वासुदेवा।
भगवान कृष्ण Bhagwan Krishna made himself small and went into the womb of Uttara, and he went like a yellow light. Raja Parikshit in that womb was seeing that yellow light going around and around him. Why you know why around and around him? Yani kani cha papani janmantar tani tani
विनश्यन्ते प्रदक्षिणाय पदे
Pradakshinam Pade Pade. The light was going round and around him. That is why when we do pradakshina, in India, people who are from India, the Hindus from India, they really believe in the darshan and pradakshina of the Murti. They really believe in that. So what does this prayer mean? Yani kani chapapani janmantar kritani cha tani tani vinashyante pradakshanam pade pade. In summary, it means, Lord, with every step I make around you, may you take away my papas. May you take away my difficulties. May you take away my anxieties. May you take away my fears as I go around and around you. So, Bhagwan Krishna was going around like a little yellow light. And that is where Parikshit came out from his mother's womb. He wanted to see that person who he saw in his mother's womb. Unfortunately, he never saw him, because he had gone to Dwarka and he had gone to Paramdham. So, Bhagwan Krishna was leaving, and he asked his Bua, Kunti, what do you want? Tell me. You want riches, you want cattle, you want residencies, you want gold, you want stocks. You want stocks in large company. You want? I'll give it to you. What did she say? Say Krishna.
Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Namasye Purusham Twadya Ishwaram Prakrite Param Alaksham Sarva Bhutanam Antarvahirva Astitam.
Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Maya Javina Kachanna Madhya Yoksha Mabhyayam Nalakshase Vidashrishta Natto Natya Dharo Yatha.
Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Tatha Paramahansana Munina Malatmana Bhakti Yoga Vinatana Katham Pashyame Shriya.
Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Kunti ने कहा कि आप सामने जीवों को बाहर और भीतर एक स्थित है, फिर भी इंद्रियों और वृत्तियों से देखे नहीं जाते, क्योंकि आप प्रकृति से परे आदि पुरुष परमेश्वर है। मैं आपको नमस्कार करती हूँ। Kunti saying, I bow to you, my Lord, who is the master of all creation. इंद्रियों से जो कुछ जाना जाता है, उसकी तह में आप विद्यमान रहते हैं और अपनी ही माया के पर्दे से अपने को ढके रहते हैं। मैं अबोध नारी, आप अविनाशी पुरुषोत्तम को भला कैसे जान सकती हूँ? What how humble she is. She is Krishna's Bua, Pua, or father's sister. And she's saying, I am such a lowly person. And you are asking me what I want from you, Prabhu, who is Antaryami, who is Jagadishwar. और जैसे मूढ़ लोग दूसरा भेष धारण किए हुए नट को प्रत्यक्ष देखकर भी नहीं पहचान सकते, वैसे ही आप दिखते हुए भी नहीं दिखाते. And you are like a juggler, like a nut, or the puppet. You come and you give us this appearance that you're an ordinary person, but you are not. So how she prayed? Krishnaya Vasudevaya. This is the 21st shloka of the 8th chapter in the Pratamaskand. And this is a prayer that you all know. And if you want to say Bhagavad Shlok, you can say this one. Pahi Pahi Mahayogin, Deva Deva Jagatpate. And if you're short, Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Devaki Nandanaya Cha, Nandagopakumaraya, Govindaya Namo Namaha. आप श्री कृष्ण वासुदेव देवकी नंदन नंद गोप के लाडले लाल गोविंद को हमारा बारंबार प्रणाम है। आप श्री कृष्ण वासुदेव देवकी नंद को जिनकी नाभि से ब्रह्मा की जन्मस्थान कमल प्रकट हुआ है, जो सुंदर कमलों की माला धारण करते हैं, जिनके नेत्र कमल से समान विशाल और कोमल है। हे कृष्ण, ऐसे आपको मेरा बार बार नमस्कार है। I want nothing from you. What if you want to give me something? Kunti is saying to him, what do you give me? Vipada Saltuna Shashvat Tatta Tatta Jagat Guru. Vipada Saltuna Satvat Shashvat Tatta Jagat Guru. Avato Darshanam Yatsya Adi Purva Darshanam.
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama.
If you want to give me something, give me difficulties. Give me dukkha. Because when you give me difficulties, you come to me. When I'm happy, you don't come. When I'm in difficulties, I pray to you, you come to me. Draupadi the same, Kunti the same, all the bhaktas of Krishna. Give me difficulties. Don't pray that you must only be happy, etc., etc. No, no. Ask Prabhu that, not for difficulties, but when difficulties come to us, you don't only remember him then, you remember him all the time. Manusha janma durlabha hai, mile na barambar, pakka phal jo gir pada, bahur na lage daav. Manusha janma durlabha hai, mile na barambar, pakka phal jo gir pada. To
Bolo Sham, Radhe Sham, Bolo Sham, 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 Bolo Sham, 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 Bolo Sham, 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 Radhe Sham, Sham, Sham.
बड़े भये सो क्या भये, जैसे पेड़ खजूर।
बड़े भये सो क्या भये, जैसे पेड़ खजूर।
पंछी को छाया नहीं और अल्लाह का
अति दूर। बोलो श्याम, बोलो श्याम, बोलो श्याम, राधे श्याम। बोलो श्याम, 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 बोलो श्याम, 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 बोलो श्याम, 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 राधे श्याम, श्याम, श्याम।
बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम, बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम, बोलो श्याम श्याम। You all have this page with you all? Is it okay now I can talk something? Robin, can I say something else besides the Katha? Okay, just check it because I don't want tomorrow morning you get back and say you don't come, you know. What does it all mean? Om, you got the Om in the all there? This morning, I explained to you, if you look at the Om, it is not how I want it to be, but Prabhupada did his best, because what I said to him had some antivirus things, so he could not actually do it. You see that the Om up top here, that part, right? And you see this big part at the bottom. Everybody can see that? The big part at the big part at the bottom represents the waking state. This small part on top represents deep sleep state. This part here, can you see that? Represents the waking state, and they all meet at this junction here. Am I showing it right? At this junction here, you see that? So you can go from one state to from waking to sleep to dreaming. It's all interconnected. This is the important part of this tonight. It's all interconnected. Got it? But there's no connection between the Om and the Bindu. You see that that half moon there, and the dot on top is your Atman. And this Bindu here, this is called the fourth state of your, that is called Turiya. Instead of waking, deep sleep, dreaming, and they go beyond it, is called Turiya. This morning when I was explaining the Prata Smarami to you, I told you, it said, Satchit Sukham Paramahansa Gati Turiya. You cannot go there by, you see these three states? Deep sleep, waking, dream, is all controlled by the mind. This is an important factor to understand. It's all mind control. But to get to the fourth stage, the mind cannot go there. That is why the shloka says, Satchit Sukham Paramahansa Gatim. The royal swan has to take you there. In other words, the mind is no longer there anymore. You got it? The mind which was there in waking, sleeping, and dreaming, you have gone beyond it, and you get to this state which is known as Turiya. This is the fourth stage, which is known also as Samadhi. In deep sleep, you don't enjoy the deep sleep while you are in deep sleep. Think about it. You don't enjoy the deep sleep while you are in deep sleep. When you wake up, what do you say? Oh, I had a good sleep, right? Is that true? But in the Turiya state, in the state of Samadhi, are we all together here? I have lost you all yet. Right? In the Turiya state, you know you are there and you enjoy the state. You got it? Because the mind is no longer there. You've gone beyond the mind. This is where the yogis get to. And this Omkar, which comes from the Vishuddha chakra, which is in your voice box, which is space, because the voice box has a space, that is why you can have a voice. When you get there, and you sing bhajan, and you sing kirtan, listening to music, you can get to the state. Unfortunately, you do not remain there. That's where the problem is. You get there when the flute is blowing, blow anything. When the flute is blowing, it's playing the flute, when the violin is playing, it can take you far away. You can forget even where you are. When you are reading a good book, you can also forget where you are. Because you have gone beyond the mind. Right? You got me? You got beyond the mind. I will go beyond the mind. You get to this state, the fourth state. Unfortunately, as I said, the music may take us there. The good book may take us there. But we do not stay there. What I would like to tell you all tonight, we should try to stay there. Even for a little bit. We should try to stay there. So, Pratasmarame. I hope you all have a page. I hope you all don't lose a paper because I can't help you anymore. I cannot ask Prabhat to do these things day or day. Who pay for all this paper, Prabhat? You pay for it or we pay for it? Who pay for it? Prabhat soon. I believe you. Prata. Indu, who pay for it? Indu? He pays for it? Prata Smarame Hridesal Swarat Matatvam. Say it to me. Prata Smarame Hride Sansvarad Atmatattva Satchit Sukham Paramahans Gatim Turiya. So let us stay at this second sentence. So, Prabhat, who get sit down now. You're disturbing me. So, Paramahansa Gatim Turiya. The Paramahansa, the royal swan, will take us from our mind and take us to the state of Turiya. And that state of super, what they call in English, super consciousness. You know Krishna called it Krishna consciousness? ISKCON, Krishna consciousness.
Yeah.
This is Krishna consciousness to get there. And when you get there, if anyone say anything bad about you, you don't get upset. If anyone say good about you, you are not, your ego does not rise up. You are what? Equanimity with the whole world and with the energy of the whole world. But to get there is so difficult. It is so difficult to get there. So Bhagwan, today is Lord Shiva, and tomorrow will continue in the morning because it's getting late and I want the food to get cold. Wohi mere shyam hai, pyare ghan shyam hai. Pyare Sri Radhe Govind Bhajo Bhada Shri Radhe Radhe
Shri Radhe Govind Bhaj Man Shri Radhe
Shri Radhe Jaya Jaya Radhe
O Radhe Shri Radhe Jai Jai Radhe
Bolo Shri Radhe Govind Bhajo Bhada Shri Radhe Radhe
Shri Radhe Govind Bhaj Man Shri Radhe
Radhe Vrindavan mein
Radhe Radhe
Vrindavan mein
Radhe Radhe
Nandagaon mein
Radhe Radhe
Nandagaon mein
Radhe Radhe
बरसाने में बरसाने में
Radhe Radhe
बरसाने में
Radhe Radhe
भागवत कथा में
Radhe Radhe
भागवत कथा में
Radhe Radhe
भागवत कथा में
Radhe Radhe
राधे राधे
Radhe 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 Radhe
जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की सद्गुरु देव की जय ओम नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव
प्रेम से बोलो व्यास जी महाराज की जय. I'm sure that tonight we were given a treat. At least I enjoy it, and I'm sure most of you. It was a mixture of Vedanta philosophy and the Leelas of Bhagwan Krishna. So please come back and listen to these nectar-like teaching coming from the pages of Bhagavad Puran. As soon as Tuesday's finish and Wednesday come, the week will practically done. And all the preparations from days and hours that people came and helped, your labor, your contribution will not go in vain. All of us will receive the blessings, the punya of this sacrifice that we do. This is the closest thing that we can recall. Guyana, Trinidad, and probably in India and Africa too, when we had the traditional yagna was done and the beautiful tent was placed and decorated. It brings back that memory, and that is a lasting memory, everlasting memory for us. So we hope that you'll enjoy this katha, and Babaji will be here for many, many more years to continue to lead us in this divine nectar. Give us this divine nectar that is flowing here. As I said earlier, that prasad is sponsored by Jagdish Bhai, and please take your prasad. We pray with this short prayer that I will say for his daughter Jivatma. May she attain the very special place in the arms of God. Om Karacharana Kritam Va Kayajam Karmajam Va Shravananayanajam Va Manasam Va Paradham Vihitam Avihitam Va Sarvame Takshamasva Jaya Jaya Karunabdhe Shri Mahadev Shambho. We ask that you, Bhagwan, may also grant peace and comfort to him, losing such a special child in your life. Bhagwan may bless you. Tomorrow morning, puja will start about 9:15 and Katha 10 o'clock. And then we continue tomorrow evening. Will be Hanuman Puja in the Mandir. We'll start at 6. Come out here at 6:30 for Bedi Puja and Katha. While you are leaving, please, you either return the book in the front here or ask someone to collect it. Don't leave it on the chairs. We like to have them here. If you have to take it home, take it, but come back with it. And another request is, I see Bhaiji Krishna Mandela is here. We need a rail here for the devotees when they go up. And I'm kindly asking you on behalf of the seniors like myself that please give us a rail so that we don't fall and nobody will sue the Bhagvat sponsors. So they would not sue Baba, but the sponsors. So that's all for now. And have a good evening. Take your prasad and come back. Prem se bolo Krishna Kanhaiya Lal ki jai.
बाके बिहारी तेरी आरती गाओ श्री बाके बिहारी तेरी आरती गाओ प्यार तुमको रे जाओ आरती गाओ प्यार तुमको रे जाओ बाके बिहारी तेरी आरती गाओ श्री बाके बिहारी तेरी आरती गाओ मोर मुकुट प्रभु शीश पे सोहे मोर मुकुट प्रभु शीश पे सोहे प्यारी बंसी मेरे मन को मोहे प्यारी बंसी मेरे मन को मोहे देख छपी बलिहारी मैं जाऊं बाके बिहारी तेरी आरती गाओ चरणों से निकले गंगा प्यारी चरणों से निकले गंगा प्यारी जिसने सारी दुनिया तारी जिसने सारी दुनिया तारी मैं उन चरणों के दर्शन पाऊं मैं उन चरणों के दर्शन पाऊं श्री बाके बिहारी तेरी आरती गाऊं श्री बाके बिहारी तेरी आरती गाऊं दास अनाथ के नाथ आप हो दास अनाथ के नाथ आप हो दुख सुख जीवन प्यारे साथ हो दुख सुख जीवन प्यारे साथ हो इन चरणों में शीश झुकाओ इन चरणों में शीश झुकाओ बाके बिहारी तेरी आरती गाओ
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। बोलिए श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की, श्री व्यासदेव भगवान की जय, श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय, आज के आनंद की जय।
Jai Sri Radhe. I'd like to thank each and every one of you who have come here, donated. We received a check from Dolly and Chet on behalf of Chet's mother, who is in Texas. We thank them very much for this donation. And large, today we had a very substantial donation, as we always do, receive from Lajji. Laj has always, Mr. Laj Prasad, has always been a great donor. We thank you, Lajji. And please take prasad. Those who bring fruits for the decorative part of the Katha, we thank you.